What up? And welcome to Operation Murder It Out. Doing some minor maintenance on Milkshake today. Replacing the rear sway bar links. So that one is broken. This one is still intact, but gonna be changing out both of them. Got one new one right here. Got the other one inside the car. Oh, this one's broken. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was broken too. I believe my biggest challenge will be removing the top one. The bottom one should come off easier than the top one. So with this car having so much rust on it, I'm going to heat up the nut on here and try my best to get that off. So get my fire, let's heat it up. All right, got my fire. Let's heat this thing up. Go. So while I'm heating this thing up, I suppose I should tell you guys that Milkshake is having more engine problems. Well, not necessarily engine problems, but more so electrical. Yesterday, when I was driving to work, the battery light came on. But before the battery light came on, as I was driving down the street, right before I got on the highway, started to smell this weird, almost electrical burn or fire or whatever. Luckily, the car did not catch on fire, but the battery light turned on, so went back home, grabbed my other car, went to work, and I think the alternator fried itself. So I will not be driving Milkshake until the alternator is fixed. But as of right now, just gonna focus on minor maintenance, which is the sway bar links, and then probably next week I will change out the alternator. Should be a very simple fix. The alternator is on top of the engine, in the front, close to the radiator. The hardest part is probably getting the belt off. So easy work. And I know I'm just heating up one spot, but my torch is not the best, but it's good enough to get the job done. So before I officially try to yank this off, I'm gonna get a wire brush and try to clean off the threads. All right. It's a lot better than before. And oh, that's a lot better. That is a size 14, so I'm gonna heat this up a little bit more. Threads are nice and clean. I'm gonna heat this bolt up a little, and heat the nut up a little bit more, and then I will attempt to take it off. Okay, I think it's hot enough. I'm going to try and remove it, or at least break it free. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, yeah, that burned. Well, it's free, but the joint is just spinning in place as I expect it to. And since I'm not at the job right now, and I don't have an impact, so I need to get very creative. Usually there is a spot where you can put an open-end wrench on the inside, or they have this hole at the top of at the end of the threads where you can put an Allen key, hold that in place, and you can get a wrench to twist off the nut. So I'm going to look through my Allen keys. see if I have one that fits, and then I'll try to take that off. Okay, I have a bit that fits in there, should be good enough. It is a 5mm, so I'm going to take a 14 wrench and then put the wrench onto the nut, put this on here so that the threads can be held in place, and then get a ratchet so that I can try and twist the nut off. So wrench goes on first, and then your socket, and then ratchet. I may not have enough leverage, but I will try, see what happens. Oh, let's go. All right, since it broke free, I am going to heat it up. I don't want to take the chance and cross thread it and damage the hole for the Allen key. So I'm going to heat up the nut, and then as it loosens up, I will remove it little by little. So the hole stripped out, but as you guys know, I don't have the best of luck. So I'm going to be going to option 2 for sway bar linkage removal, and option 2 is vice grip. So you put this on to the joint or whatever you can attach this to, and that is like very loose. Maybe I can just take this off. Ooh. Oh, this just made my life a hell of a lot easier. Okay. So this part right here is what I'm going to be grabbing onto with my vice grip. And then once this is attached to this joint, I will be able to remove the nut and then my ratcheting wrench. And heat that up a little bit more. And of course my tool gets stuck. Light taps to get it off. So let's heat it up. Okay, it's nice and hot. Let's put my tool back on. Make sure it doesn't slip off. Vice grip slipped off. Let's put it back on. Tighten it just a little bit. Almost there. Sweet. All right, it's off. Now I have to get the top one off. First, let's get the linkage out of the way. So the inside, the plastic came out of this one, but it's literally just a ball in socket. So now I have to get the top one off, and I'm going to be using the same methods to get that off as well. So I'm going to get straight to the point with this top one. Instead of struggling to put the vice grip here and try to find a good point to grab onto, I'm going to pop this blue plastic piece off. Sorry about the lighting. I'm going to pop this piece off, and then I'm going to remove the boot, and that will expose the joint, and that way I can put my vice grip onto the ball itself, and then I can take the nut off. So I got my vice grip on there. I already broke the nut loose, but I am heating it up some more. Once again, taking my time to let the metal expand and unthread it slowly and little by little. Alright, so we have the new one, which is on the left, obviously, and we have the old one, which is on the right. Here is that hole that I was talking about. You won't be able to see it, but that is where the Allen key goes. On this one, that hole was damaged. This one is wider compared to the other one. For the new one, this one has a different, has a Torx bit. Has a Torx bit thing on there. So I believe that size is T30 or whatever it's called. But on this one, this blue piece that I was trying to get off broke in half, so this goes in here. This goes in here, and then the other part goes around that ball, and that is put into the sway bar linkage. So that goes in there, goes in there, boot goes over that, and yeah. So I'm gonna put this new one on. The new nuts have that special locking mechanism on it, so it's going to be quite tricky to get the top on because there's no room to put it on because of the spring. So once again, I'll have to get very creative with that one. But that's pretty much it for this video, so thanks for watching.